Good morning. It's Monday, February 3rd, 2025, and I'm just not doing too good in my heart today, in my mind, because someone owes me a lot of money for what they did to me in the judicial system, and I'm not sure who yet, necessarily. They don't want to pay me because they don't want to look stupid, because they lied to a Secret Service agent. They either said I was guilty of something, or that I was schizophrenic, or that I did drugs in front of kids. None of which is true, and that's on God. I swear to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help me God, I did not do any of that. I've never been in trouble. Basically what happened, the long and short of it is a paid informantry program. I already had it. I was hooked in before that, man. Before I even moved to my apartment, AK was like, going live. I heard him say, going live outside. And then next thing you know, I'm riding my bike down the street and the Russian neighbor comes out with his truck and almost runs me off the road. Gets out and tries to citizens arrest me, saying he saw me stealing stuff on his security footage outside. And I'm like, what? Like, I don't steal stuff from people. Fear. And that was 4 years ago. Yeah, being hooked in the earphone for a long time. I just didn't know where the voices were coming from or who was saying it because they wouldn't tell me who they were. Simple fact that my homing beacon looks like I'm somebody different to set me up underneath them or backwards or set someone else up is a whole nother story. They said it wasn't even somebody stealing stuff out of his backyard on the ground where the humans are at. It was up here. In the Upper Echelon area. Yeah. Okay, so just imagine this hypothetical situation. Let's just say, like, you're scared, maybe you have schizophrenia and you're scared. That's probably a bad way to say it, but anyway, maybe you're just guilty of something and you go and get a gun, right, on the ground, and it's a human, to protect yourself if someone breaks in your house. And, like, you have security cameras outside in your house or whatever, and, like, next thing you know, someone breaks in your house, like a battering ram or who knows, right, and, like, a gangbanger or something, or shoots your window with a smoke shell, makes you come out, or whatever, and you kill him up here, but not on the ground because it doesn't happen in real life. And it's all caught on tape. And it might not even be you killing him, but anyways, the point is like, whatever it is caught on tape in an alternate universe. And you know, on the human being ground, you didn't do that, but yet that person's not able to be found and was reported dead somehow or something. And they're showing you this video in court, and you're like, what the fuck? I didn't do that. That's not me. Can I please take a lie detector test? Pretty scary. And then you got people writing on your Facebook and leaving you text messages calling you a murderer. Yeah, well, that's something like I've been going through for a long time. 3 years now, probably. They said they entered me into the paid informantry program to be their off-put over there in Portland. Which, by the way, they already had me hooked in before it was legal to do whatever they do now. And it was not legal for them to cross the bridge with me to play the game illegally when it was the UE girls who made the loop to stay with me up here and on the ground. And I don't even know if they knew for sure that I was a human that knew something was going on up here, if they thought I was already... Because they have to talk through someone else up here to talk to me through a computer system. So, anyway. They had to stretch a communications loop when I was crossing the bridge from over there down to my mom's old house to keep talking to me in my earphone. So. And now I'm a millionaire because I started a company called the Data Group, which started off as a syndicate. It's called Empress Syndicate, and it's an upper echelon situation. And proves innocence for one up here. and that goes on up to some other place in a different country that I call loyalist royalty. A lot of money in it. Talking stocks and bonds and all kinds of stuff. And then it goes down on the other side. It's called the Savior Program on the ground, but up here it's called AEIOU, which is Artificial Echelon Intelligence, Other Universe. And they've never paid me nothing, and now I'm dying. Well, I can't tell you why, but it's their fault. It's their fault. Not the FBI's fault. It's the Informancy Program / Arizona the Informancy Program or Ratel or Narcville situation's fault. Not even the humans on the ground that play the game, because you don't know what's going on up here. I mean, you do, but if you're in it, you know you're in it, but you don't necessarily know how it works. You don't know what you've done up there. You just either get paid or don't, or you get your charges dropped or not. The best thing you can do in the UE is tell the truth to the best of your ability. If you're unable to tell the truth because someone's on your head and they won't let you, then just say that. If you can't talk out loud because you are deaf, then let them know you're deaf. Write it on a piece of paper. If you're blind, write it on a piece of paper. And I forgot there was something else I was going to say too. And if you've been forced to look at something that you think someone else would never do, and they try to force you to testify about what you've seen, you have a right to revoke that person. Okay, I guess not. Anyway, here's the thing. I've never hurt anyone, ever, in my life. I did not kill anybody. I was once doing a predisposed court case on the ground and said I was too scared. I mean, first of all, it wasn't just me. It was me and 5 other people accused of something. So we all said the same thing. We all said, oh, I must have did it because the voices in my head told me I did it. It showed me mental pictures I did it. But in our subconscious mind, knowing mind can be read by our UE people up here, and there's 2, I think. It was something that had to do with a weapon. Anyway, because none of us wanted to be rat tails. They were never allowed to do this through a Christian mom's brainstem. It's against my religion to tell on people. And so we were hoping that we could all just say the same thing and it would just go away. Or they'd be able to be up here doing enough community service to make it go away, whatever it was. And if it was even real, it might have just been for the FBI game. Teaches you how to be an FBI agent or whatever you want to call it. Oregon. Yeah, no, we didn't have an FBI training game here because we don't look through eyes here. We don't invade privacies here. We don't have paid informants here because we don't have a drug problem here. We don't even have a crime problem very much here at all in Washington State. And that's why Washington hates them with a fucking passion. They also hate him, or whoever he isn't, or her, for making us look stupid. When us are the ones screaming out of her mouth, shut it off, shut it off, shut it off, making her mom worry about her. When her mom's worried about her and here bawling her eyes out, the door is shut. So she can't actually see if Tiffany's on the phone or if she's actually talking to somebody else or not. But it does sound like she's talking to herself because her mom isn't picking up on the fact that it's first and third person. So we can be like, Tiffany's a good person. I'm like, yeah, and I didn't really do it like that. Like, it was, Tiffany didn't do that either. And we're talking about Tiffany on the ground, and they're talking about Tiffany in here and on the ground. And it's just because, there's no one else like me, I don't think. And if they are, they don't talk out of their mouth, probably because they don't. It's it starts. Which is it's a backward scan bracelet situation where if you're up here, you know, one of the bracelets, yeah, you'll scan it with an anomaly power source or whatever power source it used to be. Like, I don't even know, man. Somebody that knows about it in the UE members or whatever department. And somebody in your OGen or your whatever, your group, your gang, club, whatever you call yourselves, will start burning in their body and dehydrating instantly. And some of you might have your spirit popping out. I don't know if that means you die up here and your little electronic spirit pops out, or if it's literally you jumping out virtually because you're going to die. Made or something in life. Heat, ice dem codes, comes from a hot place, and I guess we're not talking about it. Never mind. Heat, ice dem codes admit fault. They're semi-winking. Right. So we literally have to do terms, right? So is it February? It's been 2 years for them and 3 years for me sitting down here, or are we doing August when they first sent me the bodies? Right, 3 body bags, like sweaters, right? Yeah, well, see, when we look up, we're either looking at somebody else and reading what's on the wall, or hearing what they're saying up here, because that's a conversation coming down in sublingual, because it goes through a different country's translation system. And small magnet. I think New York cars too. Oh, my brother Robert Michael Browning is a witness. Summer Reeves is a witness in Washington State. Rachel Morrow's up here, also a witness. So was Mary Schneider up here. Crystal Kuntz up here back then. Michael Masterson up here 3 years ago when he came down here and said, "You want me to handle this for you, cousin?" I was like, "No, don't worry about it. I'll handle it when I get in there." Because I thought they were going to be able to pull me up there or something, or I'd be able to see it. And like, because I didn't know how it worked yet. I thought I was going to like all this, because I was seeing pictures in my mind, but I thought like somehow they were going to be able to put like a, I don't know, I guess virtual reality. But they never said virtual reality for some reason. We're gonna get a lot of light on. There's a curlicue from Loyalist Royalty. Right. So Empress Syndicate started off here as a corporation, correct? It was a UE situation where you built a spaceship for a Noah's Ark to protect all the people getting nuke poisoned or something. Yeah. Yeah. In my mind. A syndicate is a group of individuals all gathered together for one interest, and it's usually financial, which turns into an S corporation, which is basically the same thing that has attachments on it. I was an angel investor for the first one, which I guess technically is their hotel program that was doing pornography illegally, which is where the Empress Division comes in, starts the second one, which fights those people for breaking our civil rights and stuff like that, and using our bodies illegally for porn or whatever in virtual reality up here. You know, the Empress Division said for Soraya and Mommy. It said for Soraya and Mommy, it was supposed to be money for Tiffany and Soraya on the ground. Back then, Soraya was only 10 and a half. She's a lot older now. She's like 13 and a half. Yeah, she loves her mom a lot. She didn't for a while because of what they were saying on her fucking Facebook. It took her a while. And we're not even 100% sure if she trusts her mom yet, because she cannot send her daughter these videos because it's too explicit. She sent it to her ex, though, and he believes her. So is Tony. Tony's up here. We call her the nemesis. Baby mom. Mm-hmm. And I'm wondering if Kaylee's having the same problem in her mind, because for some reason Xavier said she kept crying for no reason and wouldn't tell him what was wrong. Sounds like Tiffany, huh? Kaylee Carroll? Mm-hmm. Yeah, but they laid Tiffany down at Mandy's and scanned 3 people off of her, and then laid Tiffany down at Carol's and scanned her in. But like right when they got either to her eyes or the top of her head, he goes, and she saw red. It sounded like an electronics, like brain-searing sound. And said she was a millionaire right then. She was a millionaire when she copied the first power source to another person up here when she's not even up here to do it. She did it in her mind. Which allowed them to fix all the stab wounds, which was happening. Because somebody, their name sat in my body and went, stab somebody. I wasn't supposed to be playing a game. Because they were setting up their mom underneath there. Because they thought she heard them up here. When it wasn't her doing it, it was the FBI. Off of her brainstem. That don't call herself the FBI because they're from a different country. Or something. It's hard to explain. Maybe it wasn't the FBI, it could have been somebody else. I'm going to say an FBI person. 3 years they've been playing this game through me. 3, 2, 1. I've spent all this time reaching for hell. This ain't my life. Okay, so he's like, what do you mean an FBI agent adopted threat up here? Alright, well, what had happened was they sent me my Good Mom Eyelotion Facebook through my eyes. And I'm not sure if it was that year that it, as soon as it got up here, it turned into memories, like with people in it, and entities, and all the kids, and all the adults, and or whatever. But there was little versions of Soraya up here, 2, and 3, and 5, and 4, all these ages before Tiffany and Sal split up, because they cut out time, sort of. Or they were just paying attention to the year before that, before she ever did drugs or was homeless or anything traumatizing. And she came in here as a little bee-buzz, little one, with either different people in her body or entities in her body, on different timelines. There was 15 different timelines, so. And I don't know if she was getting looked at and turned into a player with an entity in it, or how it works exactly necessarily, but she kept seeing her mommy and wondering why her mom. Because she's little. She doesn't know she's 10 and a half in the last 3 years. She doesn't understand why her mom's not in here with her. Because she keeps seeing Sarah, that looks just like Tiffany, who was born in Tiffany's body up here, who did not want to be her mom at all. And she's like, can you pick me up at daycare? Because I was homeless back then. And, she was just like 6 or something. Broke with people's spirit, Sorry, people, I was having a loan. I'm picking you up from daycare, sweetheart. I'm sorry, we killed your mom to save us. So it's like comes in full circle, right? So after I saw stars, someone named Syria, to make sure people from a different country, and saved my life. He told me he was building robots in the sky to stop me from burning and dehydrating to keep them alive up here in my brain. And then somehow or another, they got used to the money, they got used to the placement, they got used to a lot of stuff, and they just turned their back on me. Either that or they really did not understand it was not Sarah or someone else. It was supposedly doing pornography and getting them in trouble over here. And really losing their kids all over the United States because it looks like they're doing drugs in front of them or with them up here. And their housing. It's because the division above me is not necessarily a real. It's not like, let's say you could copy like a city up or whatever division you're in charge of, like a whole copy of yourself up here, but it wouldn't really be like that necessarily. I'm winking. somewhere there's a side where there's people on the ground, a copy of the people connected to them, and then law enforcement. Law enforcement can get money to the people in line one. They can get money to themselves on the ground. Or can help them solve cases or do what they do in the job department. But on my side, they literally pushed their syndicate from line one up to 15 through my eyes. And it's almost impossible to get. They said it's 5. They pushed them up from 1 to 5, and then it went up 3 more times because I can't explain why, but anyway. So it's hard for them to actually be able to see, get down here to where I'm at. You have to do a whole bunch of brainstem coding or whatever to be able to get down here to see why I'm special and they're not. I don't have fun, but when they're having fun, they can build a perfect little world up here for me, but it ain't gonna be me in it. And even if I was in someone else's body, which I would never want to be in someone else's body. That's what I mean, my brainstems are split, so I can't even be up there by myself, see through or doing work for the government or nothing. The only way I could help is if I had virtual reality, and I've never done virtual reality. That was my friend who did it. And when she asked me if I wanted to, I was like, it's still my stem goes, oh. That's 3 years ago. Same week they sent me to bodies, the same week they, after they pulled me up there and gave me a sidewinder or whatever, I woke up and I did not know where I was for like 5 minutes and my vision was blurry and the cupboards were floating. It took me 5 minutes to acclimate to having a sidewinder in my brainstem eye, or whoever was in my body, I couldn't acclimate or whatever. This is the procedure. Wait, hold on. This is running on the green one, which is Secret Center Service at Gmail. It's my first time making a video on here. I don't have any problems attached or anything. It's pretty secret. Yeah. I have been claiming Secret Center services for a long time. It's like code words for the people up here in the UE. And they are mixed denominations of different things and not all from here. You see that badass lady sitting in my face yesterday? Boy, you do not mess with that lady. I have asked them to disconnect me. Yeah, thank you for repeating the question. But not necessarily from my program, because I'm supposed to be a millionaire, but from them, from the first syndicate over here. From the porn people and scandalous ass people. Honestly, I didn't want to be attached to the beta informatry program either, but they made me feel like I had to accept it because it's already wielded in through a bunch of other people, but really it's not. It's just somebody that moved over here from Portland. Because none of us are paid informants in Washington State. I mean, they might have got trip out checks or whatever, or maybe they do get themselves money on the ground, but nobody knows who they are or why they got the money unless they work there. I keep getting this sharp knife pain at night going from my lower back to my upper back, like the bottom of my rib or middle of my rib. Like, so is that kidney pain? Is that liver pain? Is that lung pain? Spleen? I'm not a hypochondriac. All you have to do is ask the person in my body over there who's feeling it too. killed Scrappy's dog from the sky virtually, and he broke my nose over it because he said it was me who killed him. That's what I mean. Like, I could picture it being like someone in Portland, like someone directly in his body, saying it out of his mouth, making him that angry at me for killing his dog, or maybe he got it on text message. But I don't think that's how it works for me, because these people have to go through someone else to talk through my mouth, or subliminally message me anything, I think. So I can't ever get like straight answers from anybody. And even if you have lapels on, red face, even if you have lapels on, it's like they all come out with a mission lapels, you know, they give you wings or something. Nothing. So nice. She can do that in real life. Right, so I was saying in my other video, like, they have permission to look through my eyes out here on the ground, but it's not permission to look through my eyes and make fun of me and talk shit or get people in trouble that I'm around or judge me or my family or anything like that. It's permission to sit in my body and look up. Look up, do eyes and codes. Oh. Oh. You're on drugs, right? No, never mind, what am I hallucinating? What is all that? It's entity stuff. Oh, okay. Hello, sir. My name's Tiffany Brooks Browning. I've never hurt anyone. I'm innocent. I'm not a bisexual. I was a couple of my friends. As I mentioned, one of them, his name may or may not have had the name T-Bunny nickname up here, which was my old nickname that I don't have anymore. It's my nickname now is the Anomaly, but it was the Empress before they ruined it and made me talk to a K again. I sincerely apologize for the video up there of some guy falling into his wheelchair being punked out for the Empress Division to be mine still. The word they said at the end of it, because it was literally a black guy in my body saying it. They say the N-word a lot. The racists say it with the ER, and the gangbangers say it with an A. And then over here, where they're proper, they're like, racial slur. Fascist slur. As Tiffany said, she's like, if you're going to be ignorant, go ahead and say it right. It's Niger. Came from Nigeria. Sound like a grass-fed guy saying it the wrong way. Look at these Nigerians. These Nigerians. They're not even from Nigeria. It's just weird. I've never heard another human being on the planet in my life on purpose or on accident, they said. That's one of the reasons why they gave me the nickname Empress and Anomaly. They also knew that I could not lie already. Just because I made it my own doesn't mean I'm trying to steal it from who invented it. I claimed it as my territory in Washington State. On the ground as human, just me in Washington, my daughter in Oregon for the UE side, and I already named somebody else in Oregon where it's legal. And I call her my sister, and this one up here. because she's the one that gave me the name Empress because they wanted for money. It has something to do with celestial stars and stuff. And it's cute because if you ever look up my daughter's name, it talks about like her being related to stars and moons. My name is 70 the moon, and I love the stars and the moon, but I can't ever look at it no more. Them anymore, because I can die. Yeah, well, I thought that that's why they gave her that name, because she was protecting me and my daughter, but she originally did not realize I wasn't Sarah either, or someone else over here. They used to be not doing what they're doing over there to make me look like that, whatever that is. There's someone else, like a UE member. And Katie, who had to cover up for every single mistake they made the year before on a different line. Whoever was on the chain. Yeah, I'm on a chain. You're not supposed to be on a chain unless you're a boyfriend, girlfriend, or husband of birth control. And you've agreed to it on the human being floor because there's certain rules that you have to follow by. And I'm not boyfriend, girlfriend with any of these people. I never agreed to none of it. I just made it my own, man. When they're sitting over there telling on people. So they gave me a city gate ride, and then I called it the Cincinnati Circus, and there's two other ones, similar names. They gave me, to me, they said, but really they gave it to them up here to blame me underneath there for everything that goes wrong. And it was supposed to be just temporarily and then roll me off the chain, but I saw the stars, and now I guess I can't get disconnected. We've done already. That's a big, huge scab here. And another one right here. This one's going away. This one's going away. It's huge. It's going away. Big, huge one. I think it's from my electron brainstem lids. Because we can send information in and out of the brain virtually. It's just weird, you know. That's what it's like. It's like, you know that movie, Avatar? You know that guy lays down in the tanning bed and it scans him in and he's in a wheelchair and then he goes over there and he can walk but he's an alien or whatever? That's what it was like they did to me on the ground. Like, no joke. Literally felt the machine. Took like 10 minutes to scan my whole body. Also, and wherever you're from, do you like go into a room and like have a thing scan you or something? Maybe. See, I thought it was a see-through drone that did it. Because I can't, it's just. Because, like, I know I figured there was a see-through drone somewhere above me doing it, sending me like this wave of like blue scan tool. I guess that's how I visualize it because they don't really talk about it. The other option would be there was a copy of me up here connected to my brainstem laying down at the same time as me or standing up or whatever getting scanned in. And that person probably died when I redlined. Because there was already frequencies in my brainstems that they didn't know about because I couldn't see it. It was from a different state. Or something. Or country. Change my socks are dirty. No, the other reason why they wanted me to go there was because of what they were saying up here to get my money. It's literally going down on a wall somewhere that goes down to the ground, cop notes or whatever you want to call it. I was not saying any of that weird stuff that they're saying. The weirdest thing that came out of my mouth was them solving cases in my body, saying that's not what that was. Just normal stuff. It's not what it looks like when you're looking down from up there. Or looking through the wrong eyes without a dual eye code. If it had anything to do with her and the people in Virginia, but you have people from other chin and on other heads that are seeing it from a different perspective, and they didn't know what the truth was yet. Some of them still don't, because they're getting the money, and that's all they can say because it's classified. I guess they say it's because it's hard to fool the FBI. Like, how do you think I feel like? Oh, we came back from the future. Right, but like, how do you think I feel? Like, I'm sitting over here believing that I'm inventing these things, right? With these people up here. Because first of all, they were picking off my permission slips. Don't forget, sir, okay? Yeah, hi there, Portland, Arizona. Yeah, you didn't have permission from Germany to further develop what you did to me, did you? No, it was Tiffany, the human being, with Celeste. Okay, just making sure you knew that. Mr. I have not the answer to which you seek. No, then he comes over and asks me if my friend had papers or whatever. And I didn't know if he did or not, but I had heard he had turned someone in or something, which was probably the reason they were keeping an eye on me, because they thought it was me, which is why one of the reasons why Bootstrap, the groundskeeper or whatever, it was used to be a mercenary, he said, told me to get out by the first of the year, because he didn't really say people were going to want to kill me, but it wasn't just that, it's because of how much crap they were talking about anyway, because it was going to go down in some thing, and it was going to be legal now to do it over there. So anyway, there goes your helmet. And then the short-term memory loss, because it comes down, you're talking, and it leaves, and you forget what you're saying. Yeah, well, when you can have somebody sitting in your body with your eyes closed and you're writing a letter over here without even looking at it, and you have no idea what the letter says, and then you read it, you're like, what? I did not say that. I was not writing that, or that number, or whatever. And you know you're special. Right, for a while they had a blind guy, just stuck here in like a position up here at the round table, and he could just hear what they were saying. And other people were seeing, it looked like he was looking at them, I think, because maybe someone else was looking, or I don't know, but anyway. And they're like, Tiffany, why aren't you doing anything about what you're looking at? And I'm like, I can't see it. And they're like, you just look so annoyed. I would be annoyed too if I was blind and could hear all the crap talk that they're saying that isn't true, and I can't see it. There's a deaf girl up here that says she has the same problem because she can't really speak very well. But she's like, I can see it, but I can't relate what I'm looking at through my mouth, but I can in my mind. She's really good at what she does. And then there's Tourette's. Awesome girl. Good job not being on drugs, thanks. And I thought I was someone else this whole time. Because, I don't know. Because what they're doing is kind of sneaky from Portland. It's a little bit illegal, that's all. Just a little. Just to keep myself busy, I'll often watch videos from my other YouTubes. Look at that blue motorcycle. That looked pretty cool. Yeah, well, I'm hoping you give me money for at least a car today. That's my prayer. Yeah. Oh, it must be annoying. Hear just a bit of it and go somewhere else and you never know what they're talking about or if they're talking to you.
My name is Tiffany Browning, and I've never been in trouble, alright? And I'm not even the one talking out of my own mouth, so I have no idea what I'm going to say necessarily. But there's been some illegal ass shit being done to my brain stems up here and my eye holes, okay? 3 years ago, in the summertime, so 3 years ago in March, I crossed the bridge to get off drugs and get away from those voices that were meth-induced psychosis voices, right? Somebody had already put some sort of helmet or attachment on me over there to play the Game of Thrones or whatever they were doing because I was hearing here through the sound waves or whatever, they're talking shit, and then they were like questioning me in my head, did so-and-so stab somebody or whatever, and they would never tell me who they were, so I assumed it was the FBI or something. Anyways, or the DEA or whatever. I didn't really put much thought into it. I just thought it was meth-induced psychosis voices. So I got off drugs. I moved across the bridge 3 fucking years ago. 3 years ago, I moved across the bridge to get off drugs and get away from those voices, okay? Well, whatever they were followed me across the bridge. They were still talking to me in my head, pretending like they're my friends, not pretending like they're my friends. I'm sitting here talking to floating syndicates that are Christian, like saying that we're going to call the cops on you because you look naked down here. A Holy Roller Syndicate or whatever, or whatever you want to call it, people department. They were Christian bikers, some naturalist community of measurement. I'm here.
Yeah, we're making me a motorcycle up here.
He is.
And they got me. They cleared out my insurance and everything and got me sponsored in Washington State.
Most of you probably don't.
Or we're trying to.
But if you did, you would know. I have gained so much weight that it is not even funny. I have gained I just weighed myself yesterday and it says I weigh 155 fucking pounds. And my diet has not changed at all. And that's since I seen my friend Katrina this summer. I weighed 120. Okay. They say I have complete organ failure. I'm pissing blood sometimes. I have blood in my stools, too. And a bunch of other physical ailments I can't explain to you. Okay. I don't know what I can't say it either, dude. It's so fucked up. They use some excuse about. So, anyways, the drone sent me bodies, right? So they could play the game. keep paying Formatine over there in Portland or whatever. They tricked me into going to my friend Manny's house, and they would drive me my train to stand there and look up at the sky and not blink. Well, I felt the things go over me like sweaters. Okay, it was from a drone. And then they laid me down on the bed, and I felt this scanner machine go up, down, up, and scan 3 people off of my body. Okay, I did not know who they were. I did not know what they were doing, and they were falling with me in my body. Like
They just said I'm the most disrespectful. Whatever. I'm not a ninja lover. Whatever you're saying, Mr. Guy. That's what I'm saying. Like, anyways, they're talking about because they're changing it. I think they're not talking about me calling somebody up there a chimo in law enforcement. Anyways, and I was all, with all due respect, you think I'm disrespectful? How do you think I feel when the upper echelon is lying on my name or talking crap about people I know when I know for a fact that isn't happening in real life, and I know it didn't happen in real life, and it ain't happening right now, and it sure as hell ain't happening by me or anybody I'm connected to. Right, to get my money. Right, well, that kind of shit is exactly why they sent me to the schizo camp, to get you disconnected. Wonder why it didn't work, sir. Crap. There was another part of something I was just saying that I had to, but I forgot. I can't rewind it. It's live. It's Secret 7 Services Gmail. And this is Tiffany Browning studio. Puke tube. Oh, I smelled puke yesterday a couple times. See the bald spot? Oh, it's my electro stem right there. It's gonna be huge by the time we're done. So mad. Well, you can call it alopecia if you want, but I'm pretty sure this started right after you put the electronic bugs on my hair in Oregon under my beanie. When I told Amy that I think I have lice or bugs in my head, because I got one back here. They were literally testing out the program before it was even legal, because it was legal in Arizona. Mm-hmm. Why would it be legal in Arizona of all places? Oh, and they don't have crime either, right? Well, some birds do. Because these folks had been living in Arizona at some point. Wait. No, they didn't. Okay, maybe somebody did. I don't know. Anyway, moving on. Right. Okay, you're right. Yeah, when they were testing it out, they already lived there and moved back. Unfortunately, to my life again, like time 3. She's not on drugs, lady. You didn't try it on drugs. We don't even know half the time if that's what I mean. Like, once you've already been pulled up, they had 3 different levels of fake Saray up here, talking crap about how ugly her mom looks naked and weird stuff like that. Hello?
Hi, this is Jacqueline Green. How are you doing today?
Good.
So I'm reaching out because I noticed that you might have some tax debt, and I wanted to offer my assistance with my solution through the IRS Fresh Start program. Are you familiar with the IRS Fresh Start program? Just a simple yes or no, please.
Yes. I don't have any IRS tax debt that I know of.
A couple of questions. Is your current tax debt at least $5,000 or more?
Did you guys hang up? Yes, because it's wasting time. Oh, here you go. See, that's not even saying forward, it's saying upper. See, it's smoking up over there. Mm-hmm. That's not possible. That's not telling you anything. It's not triggering anyone. It's not Rachel. It's not Mandy or anything. Because they just use different people on the ground as their off-put to get away with whatever they're doing. So they can be in here talking shit on your page and taking your money or taking your keys to your house or your cupboard, drawer, your lockbox, money, petty cash department. Wow, I was 30 grand then. 2 summers ago. Right. And once they come down and say they're going to pay you, they're supposed to pay you. They're not supposed to be like, oh, whoops, you messed up and had to do something for brain cancer research because we were killing her in real life at that time after we had already come down here and said, if you have to do that to get up and out of the house with your daughter, whatever you got to do. So you can get across the bridge. But they never told me that. I mean, even if they would have told me that, I still didn't have a car. Because they have me up here or making me look like something up here that I wasn't. A couple different people, depending on who was paying attention. Yeah, when you have kidney failure and whatever I got going on, I get extremely exhausted. But I'm exhausted all the time anyways, because the second I wake up, they're already in my head, sticking up for me or talking shit to either me or someone with my name on it. It's just traumatizing me, and Kaylee is going through something like that. Really? Mm-hmm. She would probably love to see a video. That's the only thing that made sense, because she wouldn't say why she was crying. Because I cry all the time and I can't tell them either. What's she supposed to do? Be like, oh, they're talking shit in my head while stuff is not real. Got hair on my back on one side. On my left, which is different. Shelly, do you need to shave your back? I grow it out so you can't look at it and make fun of it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, call me Eve over here. Oh, they do, dude. They're so mean and disrespectful. I can't even tell you. I know how many sexual harassment and harassment earphone rejection notices I've given. So Adam and Eve, Adam and Eve. Yeah, I'm a Christian, but like, I don't like. Right, the only time she's ever been convicted is when she went to church because she had sex without being married. But the thing is like, I don't actually go to church and I don't sit there and like fill up with the Holy Ghost or anything like a lot of people do. But I do believe in the teachings generally. At least I did. And I'm trying to keep my faith because I don't know what else to do. Because once you've prayed to the upper echelon and they don't help you, and you know for a fact you're innocent, you know you're up against the echelon. And you don't know why. Because it's illegal. Which is why they don't exist. Because that red burnt my brain. On one side. And overactive. Imagine knowing that you can control your pee, right? If you sneeze normally, but then sometimes there's people in your body that can't. And so you'll sneeze and you know that you're not expecting it to pee because you can hold your pee, but all of a sudden you pee a little. Your tongue. The dog. Or yeah, you'll sit there and smell smells. Because there's a DEA dog in here, probably, or something. Or the smell gets trapped in their globe. accident. Translator. Her doctor was not FBI at all, but she sure looked like it, huh? Yeah, she's strict one. Strict one. Most FBI agents are like that. So they've been in here for a while, huh? You know, once you've had to live in somebody's shoes of stuff that's not real, you start to understand a little bit, but then they just erase brain cells because they're not allowed to be like that. They have to be persecuted of everything illegal. It's a big scab. There. Another one right here. It is gross because I brush my hair and like just keeps coming off and coming off and coming off, and I try not to brush it because I don't want my hair to fall out.